I'm just knocking out a few videos today. I'm still, I'm here in Tanzania, but let's talk about Kenya. Kenya, I go every couple months. I go to Kenya for a few days. It's a cool little spot to kick back at. The people are nice. It's very modern. Kenya was surprisingly way more modern than I thought it was going to be. The depictions they show us of Kenya is always like some fucked up country or shit like that. No, they're very developed. They have high speed internet. The people speak great English. They're into our music. You'll hear like rap music getting into Ubers, like some classic shit. Like you'll be like, damn, like, I didn't know you guys listen to this. Like, it's a dope place. It's a dope place. Kenya's a good place. The immigration laws are a lot more relaxed. So as an American, you can live in Kenya. So we have a lot of digital nomads, as Westerners living in Kenya. Actually, when I go to Kenya, in my buildings, like in Kilauea, or the other one, I forgot the name. But anyways, whenever I'm there in my apartment buildings, it's usually only foreigners. You'll see a few Kenyans there, or whatever, but it's mainly foreigners. You could kind of tell. We went to Nairobi and we bought up the whole city. Bought up all the buildings. I think most of the buildings in Nairobi belong to foreigners, or at least 50%. Definitely, it looks like like American style apartment buildings. They're very nice, very clean, very beautiful apartments in Kenya. Most of them come with gyms. It's an amazing experience. I didn't have any real issues with Kenya. Besides, I didn't really like the taste of the food. To me, the food you order on Uber Eats and shit like that tasted exactly like the food you order in Medellin, Colombia. And I'm not a fan of food in Medellin at all. It tastes exactly like it. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a few things. Cold Stone ice cream I went to in the mall. It's absolutely disgusting. They don't refrigerate, store the ice cream pop properly, so it's like it's melting. It's too hot. Then it solidifies again, kind of changing the chemical makeup, I guess, of the ice cream is just fucks with it. Like if you have a soda, you freeze it and then you unfreeze it, and then you freeze it again and unfreeze it and drink it. It's gonna taste weird. Same with like drinks and shit like that. I guess it does something to the sugar or whatever, but definitely not a fan of the ice cream or really the food in Kenya. But I am a huge fan of the apartments. I'm a huge fan of the conveniences they have. Kenya is a very convenient country, a dope place to live as a foreigner. It's not expensive, crazy expensive. It's still top 10 cheapest African countries to live in. Like cheapest good African countries to live in, not like crazy, modern. They have great internet. They have fiber internet. That's dope. I really do like Kenya. The only thing I don't like about Nairobi is it's very similar to like a Portland or like Seattle as far as like fog everywhere. It kind of feels depressing. I like the vitamin D you get in like Dar es Salaam. You go outside, even if I show you outside right now, like if I turn the camera, you'll see how sunny it is, And for me, that's a big thing. Big thing. Helps with mood. I like to have my mood elevated. I don't want to be depressed, sit back, getting fat, getting big ass titties. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. But anyways, enjoy the video, guys. I actually decided to take the bus to Mombasa for my first trip to Kenya. I decided to actually roll out this way. They stop you a lot when you're on the bus. It's actually a long ass bus ride, but it was a cool amount of scenery. Got to see the beautiful countrysides of Tanzania going into Kenya. You actually do notice a difference from when you're exiting Tanzania and entering Kenya. You see like the development, I guess, in the villages. Kenyan villages are a little bit more developed. Like, I guess the materials they use for their houses are stronger in the villages. Well, I guess like the normal villages in the outskirts, not really like main village cities, is a difference from what I've been seeing. Because I've stayed in a village with my wife and their family, and their village is very nice. They have a huge house. It's not at all what you think. The only difference is they don't have like Western things. Like, you're not gonna find bowling alleys or anything like that. Movie theaters in the villages, but you will see a lot of people, a lot of nice houses. It was a good trip, good experience. Got to see a lot, learned a lot from my bus ride to Kenya, Mombasa. People were pretty nice. One big thing you do have to worry about is, as a foreigner, being extorted when you're doing these land visa runs. They will ask you for money. Even if you're in the right 100%, you follow all the rules, they're going to try to get like $100 out of you just for them to pocket it. You know, there's no real reason behind it. They just want your money to pocket it because you're a Westerner.
So it was like a quest to get to the gym, but we'll have to see what it looked like. Let's go see what they look like. This is a cool little gym here. It's cool.
This treadmill was ridiculous. It would, after like 12 minutes, it started powering down the speed automatically. It was a fucked up treadmill, but hey, they tried. At least they had one. I was sleeping on Kenya. These apartments are fire. Definitely the best apartments in Africa. I gotta give it up to Kenya. Definitely gotta give it up to Kenya. Nairobi in particular. All right, my crib is a little crazy. I just got back from the gym, but this is the crib. This is the crib. This is the crib. They got the balcony. It's the kitchen. You let people into the apartment with this joint is fire. Security alarm, video talk. This shit's fire. This shit is fire. Fuck with this. And the balconies. Alright, so I hope you guys liked the video about Kenya. It's a place, it's an alternative for me next to Tanzania. Like, if I had ever had to, I don't know, Tanzania government locked foreigners out of staying here or visiting, I would live in Kenya just because they make it so easy to stay there as a foreigner. They want us there. You know, they want us there, boosting their economy, spending our dollars or wherever you're from, your euro, francs. They need it. They want us there. You know, it's a diverse city. People are cool. It's not as traditional as Tanzania, but that's because the difference between Tanzania and Kenya is foreigners can own property in Kenya. Foreigners can't own property here in Tanzania. There's a bunch of shit in place to where we can't own things. You have to be Tanzanian. So in order to own property here, either A, you buy it through your woman, or you have to give up your citizenship to your country. And not too many people want to give up the citizenship. It's like Japan, like you have to be a citizen of the country. Now, they're not as strict as Japan. They'll extend your visa here a month or whatever. You could leave and come right back. It's not strict at all. There's no crazy visa entry process. You could get visa on arrival here or online. Now with Kenya, everything's online. They're very modern. Even like the metal detectors and stuff they use are the same ones we use in the States. The country is doing pretty well. You know, I was actually surprised at how well Kenya is doing compared to a lot of places I've been. You know, I like Kenya more than South Africa simply because Kenya is safe. South Africa is not safe. Kenya is very safe. You know, people aren't as traditional. Like I said, I'm gonna get into traditions while I'm talking about Tanzania. I'm just mentioning it a little bit. I'll get into things like the dowry and things like that of that nature. Getting into a traditional family is a process, and guys should understand that you have to make sacrifices to be with a traditional woman in a traditional family. You can't just go to another country with your American mindset and think you're not gonna do anything outside of your cultural norm in America in another country. It doesn't make sense. Like, a lot of people are looking for America in another continent. You know, you're not gonna find that unless if you're in South America. Everywhere is gonna be different. They don't have the same laws as America. Some things are similar, yeah, but how things work, the processes is totally different. Totally different. When I get into my marriage stuff, you're gonna see it. You're gonna have to, like, if you want a traditional wife, you're going to have to make sacrifices. These are conservative countries with hundreds of years of traditions. Like, you can't supersede traditions in a traditional country, because then when you do that, it's America or the West, you know, UK, shit like that, like places without real traditions. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy